Hi there, Josh here. Welcome to FramesPerSecond. Today we're shooting the Hasselblad X-Pan, which I've gotten to borrow for a week, so I'm putting as many rolls as possible through it, and we'll be shooting some Kodak Gold with it. Now, I haven't seen a lot of X-Pan videos using Kodak Gold because it is considered a cheaper film. People usually shoot in portrait or slide film through it, but I'm shooting Gold because it's my favorite color negative, and I think we'll get some cool stuff with it, so let's go. So originally I was meant to be posting up a special episode today, but that's been delayed just because the editing is taking a bit longer than I was expecting. But here we are, back with the X-Pan, this time with some Kodak Gold. And of course the colors look fantastic. Kodak Gold is my favorite color negative film, so obviously I was gonna love it. But it's also a cheaper film, so you don't see a lot of videos of people shooting the X-Pan with Kodak Gold. So I thought definitely had to do it. And as you can see, colors are good. It was a very hot sunny day, so I think I was metering this at 100. I could be wrong about that though. This was filmed quite a while ago. It was before Omicron came about, so there are quite a few people without masks. I myself was wearing one. But yeah, it's nice doing street without masks around. I think this was back in October, I want to say. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, this was quite a while ago now, and the world is quite different again. And so yeah, we were shooting with the 45mm lens, which, as I've said before, I kind of wish I had a longer lens, but these shots came out quite alright. I feel like we're in West End here and people are less self-conscious and you can get a bit close and get some nice shots. This alley's full of graffiti and I just thought it would make for a decent shot because you get the whole alley rather than just the wall, and you see the depth of it a bit more than I think if you were shooting 35 standardly rather than widescreen. Now this shot, I don't really get why I took this photo. Yeah, it's a bit of a random photo, and I do kind of wish I took something better, but oh well. Now this guy wearing the red, I just thought really stood out, especially when you see all the greenery around. And then I think that kind of orange car kind of draws your eye to that area a bit more as well. And I just think it stood out quite nicely. You also get that really nice red popping that Kodak Gold really helps with as well. We were kind of in between the morning and midday, so it wasn't really the busiest time of the day to go around, but I had limited time this week, so I was trying to get out and shoot every chance I could. So some of these shots I'm not really happy or impressed with, but this was probably the second day I was using this camera, so I was still trying to get used to it. And once again we have the person wearing red, and then there's a woman wearing pink, which I thought could be interesting, but yeah, I think I should have been a bit closer, like maybe taken a photo a bit later than I did. And once again we have another window cleaner, which seems to be becoming a trend. If you look at my XX episode, you'll see another window cleaner photo. This is another shot where I'm like, I have no idea why I took this photo. It just totally wastes the panorama frame, but oh well. This guy's red shirt made him stand out quite a bit. In fact, that there is a line and you get to see both parts of it, I thought was quite interesting. As far as using the panoramic frame. And then this is Loon, which is a famous croissant bakery in Australia. And this was the first one set up in Brisbane, which only happened recently. This shot definitely has a lot of motion blur, and I don't think was really the best for the kind of widescreen frame we're doing. This shot, on the other hand, I think worked kind of well, because you get the context of opening the doors, and there's kind of this black void in the middle, and then the person managed to spot me taking the photo. Now, yeah, good colors from Kodak Gold. It's definitely one of my favorites. Just the warmth and the way colors tend to pop out a bit more than would with Portrait 400, just a bit. I just find more pleasing for me, especially when you shoot something colorful like this ice cream stand, which really comes out nicely. I think this shot definitely worked for the panoramic frame because it is a bit of a long stand and there is stuff going on with people walking through, people buying, And yeah, I guess it's one of the tricky parts, finding something that suits the format. Finding something that suits the format and then taking the photo, like these people lining up to get vaccinated. I thought, yeah, this made for kind of a fun image, and you have the one person walking in the opposite direction. I think maybe I took the photo just a millisecond too late. I would like them a bit more between that gap rather than more towards one side, but oh well. It's too late now. Shot on film, guys. Only get one shot. And this, I thought the color stood out quite well, especially with this environment. You kind of get that cityscape. I do wish I did get a little bit more of the top of those buildings. But yeah, I think this works nicely because there's a lot going on. And I guess that's the tricky part, finding something that suits the frame. Like this suits it quite nicely. You got the whales, you got the people walking. Overall, not my most impressive roll of film. This was me getting used to using the Hasselblad X-Pan, which I had only just used the night prior. So the rolls after this one definitely improved quite a bit. But that's all the time we have for today. Please let me know your thoughts on the film and the camera and the images in the comments below, and tell me which ones are your favorite. And please like and subscribe to this post notifications to know when there's a new episode. Anyway, I'm Josh. This has been Frames Per Second. Just get out there, shoot some film.